Coming up on this vlog. The first thing that I'm proud of that I did in my 20s is that I followed my passion and I monetized my talent. Spirituality is really living in your purpose and getting to meet that higher self, the person that you were created to be, not what society is forcing or teaching you to be. People that resonate with me will find me. You know, people that get me will get me. My tribe will resonate with me. So, truly, your passions and your talents. And I feel like I'm living proof of I'm not willing to compromise my boundaries, whether friends, family, romantic relationships, colleagues. If something doesn't align with what I want, if it's not what I want, I leave. I love the fact that I haven't worked in my life, but I'm still able to live. So I'm proud of that. My mom once said these words that will always be in my heart and in my head, that the day that I want to have a baby, I must make sure that I'm having a baby for myself, not for a man or to keep a man or to sustain a relationship. I must do it for myself. Just wanted to know if you are in a relationship or do you have kids. I say people that say this thing is just for clout, it's fashion, everyone is a healer and whatnot. If you knew what we go through to finally get where I am now, no one would voluntarily take that route and say, I want this thing. Every time I pitch, I do win. I will share the secrets and the tips in my membership channel. I survived a lot of spiritual attacks. If I begin to tell you, that's what I wrote, you would wonder how I'm still here or how is she still alive. Like, my motto in life is that the worst thing that you could get at trying to find opportunities for yourself is a no. And a no doesn't mean you're any less, you're not good enough in what you do. It just means that you're not aligned with that opportunity or that person that you're asking. You move on to the next. My ears ringing. They're so happy that I'm talking about this. Yeah, man. Spirituality will just show you I would say to my 25-year-old self, stop stressing, relax, babe. I treat friendships as relationships. Like, we literally have to sit down and say, what are we doing? What do we expect of each other? These are my boundaries, and like, I'm now sure of what I am, who I am, what I'm here for. And let me answer. Hi my loves, I hope you're all well. Welcome to a brand new video. I don't think I've sat down properly and welcomed you to the beautiful year of 2025. Welcome ladies. I think my first vlog was my birthday vlog. First vlog for the year was my birthday vlog. Then I had the Voot Lamb partnership / collab I wear video, which I hope you guys watched and marked the register. You liked, you commented, you shared, you did all the things, and definitely used my discount code to get yourself their eyewear. I'm wearing one of them today and I feel so pretty. I look so grown. But anyway guys, welcome to a brand new video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Matshepo Muluti. I am a spiritualist, I am an entrepreneur, I'm a beauty enthusiast, I'm a style enthusiast, content creator and influencer. And thank you so much for watching this video. I promise to save you the content that you're here for. I'm sure if you're here, you've watched all my other previous videos, but if you haven't, I would really humbly ask you to go back and watch my videos and show my channel some love. We are aiming high for this year, guys. I have a target of subscribers by the end of 2025. I'm not going to share it with you. I will share it with you when we get there. It's part of my vision board, but I hope my channel will grow this year. I'm so happy about the collabs that I've gotten this month alone. I've worked with Voot Lamb. There's a hair one that's coming up. There's a clothing one that has sent me a package. I'm still yet to film all these videos, but guys, it's going so well. And I think I also received an email today from a company that wants to send me something. So in 1 month already, 4 collabs, guys. we are on a roll. Like a gona gore ka seleka this year ra bereka. That's my vibe for the year. But let me stop blabbing. The purpose of this video is a get to know me part 2. As you would have seen earlier last year, one of my very first videos was a get to know me video. So I just thought I should do a part 2, since now we are a bigger family and I think there's more people here now that would want to get to know me better. I will do these get to know me videos in intervals, maybe every 6 months, every year. I don't know, we'll see based on the changes that happen in my life. But at this point, I'm doing the part 2, and I did ask the questions on Instagram. So people commented with their questions, and I'm going to answer them here. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I'll put my profile here. Please go and follow me there, because I also do a lot of work there. And then you can also catch up with maybe when I do stories regarding the things that I want to share here. You can also interact and share your opinions, your suggestions, your questions, etc. So without wasting any time, I am also, as usual, today I'm drinking water, guys. I'm detoxing from all of the brutal fruity, the Benini mimosa, hey, the wine last year. I was drinking on these sit downs, but anyway. But I just thought for this video, water is necessary. I think the last time I drank this year was on my birthday. That was on the 3rd of Jan. Today is I think the 21st of January. So if I wanted to break a habit, they say it takes 3 weeks / 21 days to break a habit. So if I had wanted to stop drinking, I would assume that ke passitse the test. Guys, there's a fly here. Guys, please let me know. These flies. What's happening with these flies nowadays? They are very chillaxed. How we like dina level monitoring spirit. I don't know what the hell is happening. But let me try get rid of this fly, because I'm not going to record this video with the fly flying around. Like, it doesn't look neat. It doesn't look demure. So let me take care of that. I'll be back. All right, I just got back. I closed the door because I figured what it went out by itself. So I have the questions from Instagram on my other phone, because I'm recording with my other phone. I'm using my old phone for such videos. So it's not a lot of questions, but what I will do is that I will make this video a part 1 and a part 2 in this very video. And the part 2 will be the things that I wanted to share on my birthday vlog. But I figured that let it be that. I'll do the sit down on a separate video. So on the part 2 of this video, I'll be doing things that I'm proud of, things that I am proud of that I did in my 20s, and things that I'm planning to do in my 30s, because I did turn 30 this year on the 3rd of Jan. So I feel like I've grown. I'm more comfortable with other things now happening in my life, and looking back at my 20s, what am I proud of, what am I not proud of, and how do I plan to change those things in my 30s. So for now, we'll just do the Instagram questions, and then we'll get to the part 2. All right, let's go. So the first question is, what would you say to your 25-year-old self? All right, I think I should start by saying that, guys, I am such an overthinker, an overplanner, perfectionist. Like, this is just a terrible combo, because what's happening in my mind, on a daily, if I'm that type of person. Overthinker, overplanner, perfectionist, strategic, goal-orientated, what other words? Vision board focused. I have a 5-year plan vision board, like a big vision board, and I have a smaller vision board on my phone that I save as my wallpaper, so I see it every day. That's how I am. I am a notebook girly. Like, every year I think I finish more than 5 notebooks. That's how detailed I am. So I'm saying this because I want to get to this question. What would I say to my 25-year-old self is relax. Relax. No matter how hard you plan, God always decides. And I think that talking about God, I feel like as soon as you tell yourself that you want something, you will get it. Because I feel like God, my relationship with God, I'm not imposing on anyone, but God is self. So if I tell myself that I want something, I'm going to get it, because I feel like I am an extension, an image of God. Therefore, God is within me all the time. So he already knows what I want, because I tell myself what I want. And when I stand up and go do it, I'm already filled with all the equipment, the strength, the tools, everything that I need to get that thing. It's just a mentality thing to tell yourself that you're going to get that thing. And I will say that my 25-year-old self did get what she had planned for. I'm not disregarding the fact that God's timing is always God's timing. We plan, but he decides, you get me? So I still feel like the things that I still want, I'm going to get, but he just knows the perfect timing, because at the end of the day, I'm in the physical, he's in the spiritual. He sees a greater image. He sees the greater puzzle, and he knows when those things are going to happen. But the fact that I want those things, it means it's the things that he has also wanted for me. So, but I would say to my 25-year-old self, stop stressing, relax, babe. Like, the pressure that I put myself under, I would say it's necessary, because it got me disciplined, it got me focused, it got me my go-getter spirit, my trailblazing spirit, all these accomplishments. I'm grateful for the pressure that I put myself under. But looking back, and with now how I'm growing and adjusting and just wanting a slow living type of easy life, I would say to her, she must relax. Like, she must really relax. I don't want the panic anymore. Like, I don't want, go to my 25-year-old self. When it comes to the pressure, I feel like it was a lot. It was also around the time when I dropped out from my master's studies, when I was studying architecture. So yeah, and wholly confusing, still trying to find my feet, following this beauty passion thing, and just taking that leap of faith. But I would say to her, relax, because the decision that I made at that time, it's what has gotten me here, and I shouldn't have panicked anyway, because it was the right thing. So yes, I would say to her, my babe, relax. You'll still get everything that you want. You just tell yourself, tell God, plan, and allow him to decide when. Because I think the when part, sorry, my phone just locked itself. The when part is the one that makes us feel under pressure. When we plan and leave it to God, I think it would have made life more easier for us. But the fact that we plan and we want to put timelines on when you want that, now that's where the stress comes in. So I would say to her, keep on planning. Plan, yes, but don't put yourself under pressure regarding the timelines. Okay, I think I spent a lot of time on that question, but the second question is, how do you expand and find people to work with? I'm a massage therapist struggling to scale up. Okay, how do you expand and find people to work with? Number one, I follow people that inspire me. Then if I find an opportunity to meet that person, I will do it. If I see that an event is coming up and that person that inspires me is there, I will go to that event. Familiarize myself with the type of people that also go to that event, because it means we have the same goals, we have the same visions, we have the same mentality. So I'm going to meet like-minded people at those events. How do you expand and find people to work with? I reach out. If I like your vibe, if I see that you can influence my brand, I can send you my product, I do that. Like, my motto in life is that the worst thing that you could get at trying to find opportunities for yourself is a no. And a no doesn't mean you're any less, you're not good enough in what you do. It just means that you're not aligned with that opportunity or that person that you're asking. You move on to the next. There is no way that you can approach more than 10 people and not get a yes. You understand? So my advice is also, don't just try to limit yourself. If it means sending 10 emails a day to the people that you want to work with, do that. Right? If it means companies that you want to work with, call them. Even if you annoy them, the least, I mean, the worst thing that you can get is a no, but I'm definitely sure that you wouldn't get a no out of like 20 calls or 20 emails that you send in a day. So put yourself out there. Don't wait for people to call you. Go there and knock and tell them that, hey, I'm so and so, I do this, these are my services, and I align with your brand in this manner. Therefore, I feel like we can work together and I can help you grow your brand, and you can also help me grow my brand. Therefore, it can be a very fruitful partnership or collaboration. I'm struggling to scale up. Be innovative in your business. Don't just try collaborate with people in your industry. So if you're a massage therapist, I'm assuming you'd want to collaborate with spas, with hotels, and find other creative ways to collaborate. If it means approaching an alcohol brand and say, guys, I'm trying to start this business, I would want to collaborate with you because I want to serve, I'm making an example, I want to serve my customers champagne while I'm busy rendering my service. Please let's collaborate, let me create content with your brand, and you do that. If it means collaborating with a massage therapist, you can also collaborate with an influencer that you have like monthly, you give them monthly free services so that they can post for you. You do that. You can also venture into creating your own products because you know what products work with massages, oils, and whatnot. You can create those things for yourself, make them, supply other spas or massage therapists with your oils and stuff, make them in bulk, and so be more creative in your approach. Don't just box yourself in what you do. Working with other industries can also open up other industries for you, other opportunities, I mean. The third question is, what was your first year like during the early stages of ascension? Okay, for people that don't know what ascension is, it's that stage that comes after a spiritual awakening. I think I've explained it in my previous videos, but an awakening is when you get that aha moment where you're like, no man, something is off here. Spirituality for me is not what I have been taught, but it's more of what I want to experience for myself. You get to research for yourself, find out what spirit is, how the Bible works, how the Bible came in, changing churches, losing friends, all that thing. Reset, reboot, detox type of moment in life when you feel like I want to find out the meaning of my life and my purpose for myself, not how the society has conditioned me to live. That's an awakening. So an ascension is the stage that comes after the awakening, where you're now like operating on a higher vibration, where you know that life now is more spiritual than physical, when everything, you know what the sign means. You see, when you see, for example, 777 everywhere, you know what your angels are communicating. You're not freaked out anymore, but you're more like, this is the realm that I operate in, therefore I see life differently, therefore I'm not like other people, therefore it's okay. You get me? It's that stage where you feel like I'm now sure of what I am, who I am, what I'm here for. And let me answer. I'm sorry about that. Yes, so it's that stage that comes when you're now living in your purpose and you are just cruising nicely, and you're like, if you feel like I'm a witch because I accepted my gift, it's okay, I don't care, you know. So I think maybe this person wanted to say the early stages of your awakening, because ascension is more now when you are okay with, when you found the balance and you're okay with who you are and whatnot. So during the early stages of my awakening, it was hectic, guys. Hectic in such a way that you're like, so everything that I've known, how I've been living, is actually not true. Like, this is who I should be. Why didn't it come earlier so that I didn't make other mistakes that I made? If I had known, I wouldn't have gone through other things. I wouldn't have dated certain partners. But you just realize that the stages before your awakening were necessary because it was just growth and just like knowing what you want and what you don't want and what works for you and what doesn't. But I would say the early stages of my awakening were really that. They were an awakening. Like, I woke up. It was like, wake up call. No, this is not what life is, Matepo. This is how you should be doing things, and it's time for you to reset and reboot. It was a huge adjustment because now you're following a route that most people do not travel, and it in a little controversy, in a little judgment. My ears ringing. They're so happy that I'm talking about this. Okay, my ear just made the sound that I know what it means when it happens. But yeah, my guys are saying yes, talk about that. We want you to talk about that. So it was just that period that you just have to take a route that you know that you won't get the necessary support. You're gonna be judged. You're gonna be probably the first one in the family to take such a route. And it was just me hyping myself up, me giving myself the confidence in saying, you're doing this, no turning back. You know that this is the road that you should take. You have all the assurance. You don't know anything but this. It's just that you are blinded by other things, but this is what makes sense. And if I'm trusted with such a role and such a responsibility, then I am going to do it. The thing is with me, I'm such an overachiever that I feel like any task that I'm given, I'm going to give it my all. So I was like, if my guides chose me, guys, it means they know that I can do the job. So do it, Matapo. If you fail, you fail. If you die, you die. But that stage of my life was intense growth, a lot of tears, a lot of realizations, a lot of spiritual attacks, a lot of people leaving, a lot of people revealing who they are, a lot of rejection. It was a mess, guys. Like I always say, people that say this thing is just for clout, it's fashion, everyone is a healer and whatnot. If you knew what we go through to finally get where I am now, no one would voluntarily take that route and say, I want this thing. But it's me knowing that this thing is going to lead me to my higher self, that I was like, there's no other way. Otherwise, I'm going to be living a false purpose. I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be happy at the career that I think is what I want. Like, if my guides have said this is the route, they have planned everything out. Therefore, what they want for me is exactly what will work for me, because this thing, my soul accepted this before I was even born. So it means it is going to work anyway, because our lives are destined. You get me? So that's how my awakening was. I hope I answered you. The fourth question is, how did you first know that you had a gift? I answered it in my first Get to Know Me, but I would just summarize and say there were signs. I from a very young age, I could. It was like I've always been an old soul. So from a young age, I knew deeper things. I had deeper knowledge. I felt like my mind is bigger than my age. You get what I mean? I was a mature child, very special child, very intelligent child, very intuitive, very prophetic. I dream of something, it happens, or I would dream of something, and my parents would be like, my phone is ringing again, sorry about that. I would say I would dream about something and then it happens. I would have dreams that indicate spiritual things, like your normal water dreams, animal dreams, speaking to animals, being surrounded by animals. Sorry, that was my speaker. All these basic dreams that people with spiritual gifts or callings have. I had all the signs. I still have all the signs. But it just got hectic after my mom passed away. Then she later on, after a year, she came and gave me the gift. And my aunt from my father's side also, after she passed away, came and gave me the gift in the dream. That's when I realized that I'm gifted from both sides, paternal and maternal. But yeah, that's just a summary. But I've always known, but it became more hectic. Now I had to start doing the actual work of being a healer after my mom passed away. This one says, it's a comment. She says, I just wanted to say you are beautiful. Thank you so much, beautiful. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I hope that this beauty also comes with brains and you learn a lot from my videos. I like your style, very classy and elegant lady. What are your plans for 2025? Thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate that you've taken time to analyze my style, and you know that I'm very elegant, very classy, very getting minimal, very ladylike. So yeah, my plans for 2025 are to just, for the first time, I just want to see what God has for me rather than always telling him what I want. Like I said, I just want to relax. I want to do less. I want to do less but effective. Focus on just a few things and just be effective at those. For example, YouTube channel, focus on that, be effective. My business, focus on that, be effective. Working with brands, focus on that and be effective rather than focusing on 20 things all at once, because I usually find myself doing that, and I feel like that's what really strains me. And I find that at the end of the year, I tick only 3 things on my vision board, and that time I've put like 20. So why not have 3 things on my vision board and focus on those and see what the result will be. So my plans for 2025 is just to allow God's flow, focus on my slow, chilled living, not do much, and just be effective on less. Yeah, I hope it makes sense. Hi Matepo, could you share more on your spirituality as Ngwana Moya as well? Okay, Mama, I don't know what you really want me to share, but let me just give just a few principles about me and how I view spirituality. Number 1, I put God at the center of my gift. So I do not operate without God, without prayer, without my faith in God. I do not follow a certain religion. I am spiritual, right? I balance my life and my gift. I do not prioritize spirituality over my personal life. I make sure that there is a very balanced balance, if there's such a phrase. I do what my guides tell me to do. I'm that person that I won't drag my feet. If they say they want tuku a white today, I get it. I do what they want me to do. I do not drag my feet, because I've seen how me doing things in the moment, they also make things happen for me. For me, it's a give and take relationship, and I've grown to love it so much. I prioritize my spiritual gift before I do other things. So if I have money to buy a dress that I saw online, I would rather take that money and buy candles and buy matchbox and buy things to use for my spirituality, knowing that they will bring back the blessing tenfold and I'll be able to get more. So that's how I live my life. Spirituality is not bungoma, is not possibility, is not a traditional healer. It's broad. It doesn't mean that when you say now you're becoming spiritual, now you're becoming those. No, it's just that we are gifted in different ways, and mine just entails more of traditional things, ancestral things, and but you can be spiritual and just be prophetic. You can be spiritual and just pass on messages. You can be spiritual and just pray with a candle, and that's it. So spirituality is just what your true purpose is, and you'll be shown that in your visions, in your dreams. I always say, whatever you see yourself as in your dreams, that's exactly who you are. If you see yourself in church, that's who you are. If you see yourself at the water, that's who you are. If you see yourself as a motivational speaker, that's who you are. If you see yourself as a singer, that's who you are. So it's not just limited to African spirituality, ancestral things. There's more to spirituality. For me, I would say spirituality is really living in your purpose and getting to meet that higher self, the person that you were created to be, not what society is forcing or teaching you to be. Thokoza, how did you know you have a calling? So Thokoza Mama, I don't have a calling. I have a spiritual gift. There's a difference. I think I also mentioned it in my previous video, but I was born with these gifts, and there's various of them. It's not only one. Rather than me in my adulthood now being told that I have a gift. No, it's not something sudden. It's something that I was born with. Therefore, it functions organically. It doesn't need any rituals or anything for it to work. It just works. Lisady, at what age did you realize that you had a gift? And was it easy to accept? I think I did answer that question again. No, it was not easy to accept, but I just had an epiphany, a inner voice telling me that there's just a route that is purposely made for you, and whatever you're following now is definitely not it because you're not happy. Let's just see what this thing has for you. And that's the mentality I had when I accepted my gift. It was not easy, not at all. It won't be easy. I would just say I have it a bit under control. Me and my guides don't have a very difficult communication relationship. We get each other. Of course, there's hiccups here and there because I am human at the end of the day, but I would say the most part of it I get. It's not difficult. It's not rocket science. If they say I must do something, I don't ask questions. I just feel like I will get the answers after I do that thing. So even if something is just foreign to me or new or out of my comfort zone, I pray for the strength and I do it. And I always get to realize why I had to do it, and I see the benefits. Hi, I really love your content. Just wanted to know if you are in a relationship or do you have kids? Okay, I don't like sharing my personal life, especially relationship wise, so I will not say yes or no. I am in a relationship, and maybe at a later stage I'll be open to sharing if I am or if I'm not, but now I don't like putting such information out there. Regarding kids, no, I don't have kids, mama. In my previous Get to Know Me video, I think I did say I feel like my true purpose and true calling is to be a mom, so I'm still yet to become a mom. How did Bongoma get to you? I think I also responded to this person via Instagram DM. I did say no, I'm not a Sangoma, so I don't know anything about Bongoma. Hey sis, do you have kids and siblings? No, I don't have kids. Yes, I have siblings. I have 2 sisters from my dad and I have 1 sister from my mom, and I'm the only child that my mom and dad have. So between my mom and my dad, I'm the only one, but from my mom I have 1, from my dad I have 2. How did you prepare for pitching competition and what makes a good funding proposal? So for the pitching opportunities that I got, I didn't go and propose that I want funding. They were competitions, so I just entered and I won. And I've never drafted a proposal to ask for funding. I always go for these competitions. And then what makes a good funding proposal? So in this case, I will just say what makes a good funding pitch. I'll share the detailed steps of preparing a pitch on my membership channel where I talk about entrepreneurship and business. But for me, my pitching template is always standard. I have headings that I will never leave out of my pitch. Basic things like, how did you start? What inspired you to start? What's the problem that you're solving? What's your value proposition? What makes you different from your competitors? What's your funding model? Your model business canvas, your business model rather. My achievement, that one I never leave out. Because I want to show the judges that I am a working girly and I am winning, so I never leave out my achievements. I also talk about my other talents, so I don't just limit myself to just being the founder and CEO of Kiba Skin. I do say I'm an influencer, I'm a content creator, I'm a graphic designer. As a person, she's someone that we would want to work with, not just because she has a business, but she's also aware. She's self-aware. She's a brand on her own outside of her business. What else? Finances, never leave out finances. They want to know, people that want to give you money want to see that you will use their money effectively and you won't take the money and go buy yourself the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton. But good financial management. They want to see that you know your numbers, the figures, your margins, and what else? Funny enough, this question, every time I do a pitch, every time I present, I never get questions from the judges, and for a while that made me feel like or I'm doing something wrong. Kante, I've mentioned everything that they wanted to hear and they're happy with my pitch. I think there's only 2 pitches that I haven't won. but I've won more times that I didn't win. So I think I've done like 5 pitches that I applied for funding and I got it. 2 were just maybe the times that I wasn't lucky. But yeah, I feel like every time I pitch, I do win. I will share the secrets and the tips in my membership channel. Oh, okay. I think the questions end here. The ones that I got from Instagram, it's not a lot, but I think they were very effective and they got me to elaborate on things that people might want to know about me. I'll have another one definitely, but let's now move on to the second part of the video where I talk about Matsepo in her 20s and what Matsepo wants to see happen in her 30s. Okay, my loves, so for the second part of the video, I wrote everything in here so that I don't forget, and I will keep on referencing from my special notebook. So the things that I'm proud of that happened in my 20s, and let me start with a disclaimer. I am not imposing, I am not diminishing, is that a word, demeaning or diminishing anyone's opinions or views or decisions in life. This is purely about myself, so please don't take offense. If you do take offense, I'm sorry, it wasn't my intention, but I'm just talking about me and my path and my life and my journey. The first thing that I'm proud of that I did in my 20s is that I followed my passion and I monetized my talents, invested in my entrepreneurship spirit, and I've just went for it. Like, if I feel like I want to be a makeup artist, I did it. If I feel like I want to cook and take content and take pictures. If you go to my Instagram, you'd see that I used to cook and I took food content. I remember I once created a channel on Facebook called Food Design, where I just shared these meals. I actually wrote a list of all the things that I've done. Makeup business, I used to call myself the makeup architect back in varsity. Graphic design, I explored that out of the course because we did graphic design was part and parcel of architecture, but I also took it and used it as a business outside of that, where I did corporate branding, I did wedding invitations, I did everything, logo design and everything. So I did that as well. I had a clothing business where I think I used to call it what? Aparo Entle, something like that, where I would go to the shops, take content, put pictures, and people would say, hey, I would like that, please get it for me. And I would go get it for them at a fee and courier it to them. I still want to explore the styling business, actually. I still want to explore working with clothes and people and consulting, but we'll see how that goes. There's an event that I did once called Kimosadi, and it was just a women empowerment seminar, business-minded people, where we get together and we share expertise and which I still feel like I'm still gonna do more events. I still want to venture into the event space. Sorry about that, my nose is itchy, so I'm just avoiding me scratching my nose so that I don't remove my makeup. I started my skincare business and started Giba Healing, which is the side that I do more of my spiritual things, where I started doing my church ropes. Yes, I started doing the church ropes business. And yeah, what else? Okay, yeah, so the gist of it is just that I followed my passion. I monetized. I made money where I could with all these talents that I didn't go to school for, but it's just things that I just liked, and I just started businesses with them. The second one is that I studied and obtained a qualification. I'm proud of that. I have a qualification, BTech Architecture, although I dropped out when I was doing first year masters, but I'm okay. I'm just glad that I did study, and I feel like those 5 years really helped into influencing who I am today, and I wouldn't have gotten most of these opportunities if I didn't get some of the lessons in studying and what comes with that, the discipline and. The third one is that I overcame my public speaking fear, recording myself, taking videos, etc. Like, guys, camera and speaking, mainly because I had felt like I don't like the sound of my voice. It really still sounds weird. There are some videos that I cringe when I have to listen to myself speak, but I'm glad that I overcame that, because my life now, or rather career, comes with a lot of speaking. Get invited to events where I have to speak. I'm on YouTube, I have to speak. Instagram, I have to speak. Brand collabs, and so I'm glad that I overcame that fear, because I feel like it's going to open up a lot of doors as well for me. I accepted my spiritual gift 3 years ago. The best thing that I've ever done for myself. That's what I wrote. Yes. I feel like that has made me boss babe. Like, guys. Like, that literally helped me tap into my higher self. And I love who I am. I don't settle for what's not mine. I don't try to fit in. I don't force myself into situations. I'm just content with who I am. And I feel like if I hadn't accepted my gift, I would still be trying to like find my place in society and be who I'm not. And so I love the fact that I accepted my gift. Not saying that it's easy, but yeah. I survived a lot of spiritual attacks. I survived a lot of spiritual attacks. If I begin to tell you, that's what I wrote, you would wonder how I'm still here, or how is she still alive. I'll talk about these in a separate video. I think I'll do this in my membership space. But yeah, guys, I've survived a lot of spiritual attacks, and I'm still surviving them. So I'm glad that I've had the strength to trust that my gift and just the support that I have from God and my guides will just get me through anything. O buile modimo a re ntwa ena sia hao nna ke le modimo wa go ke tlo go lwanela a re o tla teka yona tafole pontsheng ya dira tsa hao. So if he does say I will do that in front of your enemies, ke tshoga eng, guys? So yeah, man, spirituality will just show you gore lefatshe ke ntwa go fa a go tshamekiwe batho, but le batla le wena o itse gore a gona motho a lefatshe o ka feketsang matla a modimo godimo ga ka. Ga ke le motho mongwe le motho ga na matla a feketsang aka, o na le matla a feketsang ke modimo. So yeah, I've survived a lot, guys. It's hectic. I overcame the people pleasing / external validation, seeking acceptance from other people, society, family members, friends, relationships. I've overcome people pleasing because I feel like for the longest time I was seeking to be accepted. Therefore, there are some things that I settled for that I shouldn't have. And I'm glad that I guess if I'm not happy, I'm not happy. If I want to take a different route that most people wouldn't agree with, I do it. I just prioritize self. Like, I'm not afraid to not be in a crowd or not do something that other people wouldn't do or would do. I'm okay with literally just doing life alone if it means doing things alone. That's just where I am, and I'm happy about where I am in life. Not that I don't believe in community, in friendships, in relationships, in family, but I wouldn't compromise my happiness for another human being or a situation. Okay, the other one is that I'm happy that I didn't have children or a child in my 20s. I still do believe that I wouldn't have been able to navigate that. I am still also adjusting to me being open to the idea, but I still feel like I just want to develop and grow to a certain point that I can confidently say I want to have a baby. And I really want to have a baby for me, not for another human being. My mom once said these words that were always that will always be in my heart and in my head, that the day that I want to have a baby, I must make sure that I'm having a baby for myself, not for a man or to keep a man or to sustain a relationship. I must do it for myself. And I've been honest with myself in saying that I haven't reached a point where I feel like I want to have a baby for myself. Like, you know, the society we live in, unfortunately, things are said, just be okay with the fact that when you have a child as a woman, be okay with the fact that you might have to raise that child alone. I still want a sense of community, family, sharing the path with someone. So yeah, until it gets there, then maybe I will. But I'm just happy that I didn't do it in my 20s. I still feel like I'm still very young for myself. That's me, by the way. I'm still young, and there's still more growth needed for me to get to that point. And yeah, when it happens, I'll be happy, and I definitely cannot wait. I've never had a job, and I'm still able to live the life that I want through sustaining my life with my passion, my talents, and the career path that I've chosen for myself. I'm proud of that. I'm happy. I wouldn't trade that decision for anything. I love the fact that I haven't worked in my life, but I'm still able to live. So I'm proud of that. It does show that truly your passions and your talents, and I feel like I'm living proof of that. The other one is that I stayed alone. I'm happy and proud that I've went through the phase in life where I've stayed alone. I'm still staying alone, and this for me really helped me to get to know myself, find myself, and to set a lot of boundaries, which sometimes I feel like it's going to be a disadvantage when I have to start living with someone or people, in my space, meaning kids and husband one day. But I feel like I will shape the home into what it should be, because I know what kind of home I want, and me staying alone has helped me build the type of space that I know that when I have a family one day, this is definitely the type of space that I want the people around me to also experience. I've started my YouTube channel. Yes, that's one of the things I'm so happy about. I started my YouTube channel and I got monetized in 6 months. So proud of myself. That was my biggest highlight for 2024, by the way. So glad I did it, and I can't wait to see what this journey holds for me. So those are the things that I'm happy about that happened in my 20s, and now I'm going to share the ones that I feel like I want to see happen in my 30s. So yeah, the things that I want to do in my 30s, the first one is that I want to be in my feminine energy, guys. I feel like I've been so much of an alpha female, very masculine than feminine sometimes, trying to control, provide for myself, being too independent, and I've learned that it's okay to let myself to be loved and to be a woman and be feminine, and I'm not willing to compromise me or the type of person that I will be with that that I know will help me organically tap into that energy. I'm not going to force myself to be feminine for someone who doesn't allow me to be. So I'm talking about more relationship context. So yeah, I'm willing to open up myself to sit back and cruise in my feminine energy. So I want to do more of that in my 30s. Be open to the idea of starting a family. Of course, now that I'm 30, I feel like if it happens, it happens. I'm not clinging on too much to goals, things that I want to accomplish. I feel like I'm still going to be that person, but I'm just now starting to be open to the idea of starting a family. Grow and invest in my YouTube career. Definitely. I'm not just doing this for fun. I'm doing this as a career, and I'm willing to push myself to my fullest potential, unlock my potential, see where this goes, if it opens up other career paths. But I'm willing to really invest in my YouTube career. Build solid sisterhood friendships. Yes, my friendship journey has not been the best. Not that I'm blaming other people, but I just feel like I'm very sensitive when it comes to that space in my life. I treat friendships as relationships. Like, we literally have to sit down and say, what are we doing? What do we expect of each other? These are my boundaries, and so I'm really starting to start again, make friendships and be open to having people of that manner in my life and trusting that things won't go south, because I'm always asking myself, when is it gonna go all wrong? Because you know, your female friendships are a lot, guys. I think you guys also know this. So I'm just trying to open myself to the idea in my 30s that it's okay to have sisterhood. They still exist, but they want you to know what you want and have your boundaries, you know, discussed from the beginning. You get me? I'm not willing to compromise my boundaries, whether friends, family, romantic relationships, colleagues. I am not willing to compromise my boundaries, and I'm set with that. If something doesn't align with what I want, if it's not what I want, I leave. Honestly, yeah. Do more spiritual teachings on my social platforms. Yes, I'm starting to be open with the idea of making videos about spirituality. I think I've overcame the fear of people misunderstanding, people putting words in your mouth, people imposing, you know. I'm open in sharing what I believe in, and trust that people that resonate with me will find me. You know, people that get me will get me. My tribe will resonate with me. So I'm gonna start doing more of those videos, whether TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, I don't know, but I'll just let it be organic and not force it. Other one is that create the type of home that I want. My parents taught me that a soft, relaxed life is necessary. You don't have to overwork yourself. Your home should be your peace, and just it's okay to rest. I think one thing about my dad, I love this about him. He always tells me to rest. There's no pressure. Don't pressurize yourself. Accept the situation for what it is, and you know. So I want to build that type of home for myself, like ease, peace, serenity, tranquility. You know, everything that just comes with just like Zen, Husa. You know, yeah, the type of love. I think you get me, guys. Of course, I want to get married, although that's not entirely up to me, but I'm open now in my 30s. If the opportunity comes, if I meet the one, if I am with the one, then if marriage comes up, definitely I'm open to the idea. Of course, I do want to get married, but I'm not set in when I want it to happen. Like, I'm not in a rush of any sort. I want to travel more, even if it's not like hectic vacations, but to other provinces, you know, neighboring countries. Maybe if international opportunities come, definitely. But even weekend aways, short lifts, I just want to do now a bit of like travel content and just go to these beautiful spaces, especially nature, because that's where I get to connect better with my spirituality, that side of me. Forests, mountains, water, whatever. I just want to see myself in those spaces more in my 30s. And then the last one, definitely, guys, what would this whole thing be about if I didn't mention this one? I definitely want to make money this year, guys. I feel like 2025 is that year that we're all like, no man, what were we doing in 2024? We can't have a repeat of what happened. So this year we're definitely making money, and that's also one of the things that I want to see happen in 2025, and I'm willing to put in the work. KM's made a video on TikTok. She was like, this is my magic year. Like, I am going full on. I get hammy this year, guys. I am working hard, and I can't wait for all the opportunities that are yet to come because of that work ethic and that enthusiasm that I have for this year. But yeah, guys, let me know what more questions would you like me to answer. What did you like about this video? Which point do you resonate with? And what do you suggest that I do more of, or I talk about in these get to know me videos, or sit downs? And you can bring any suggestions. But I hope you liked this video. I'm so happy that I did this video. I feel like it's a great start to the year, and it sets a very positive tone for this year and for the rest of my 30s. I can't wait, guys. This year is going to be amazing. I can feel it in my spirit. Let me know if you also feel the positive vibe in the atmosphere, because go now. But anyway, guys, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and watch the ads, because your girl needs some money. Until next time, guys, I hope you have a beautiful 2025. and the rest of January, I hope it brings you nothing but a great start to the year. Until the next one, bye.